houses alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clippity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Yeah.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check 45 to Mike.
Coming. 3-5-7.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Man 5-7.
Mike
Go.
Mike 59.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. On first down, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey. 4 down.
Let's go. Great.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Going for it with Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
218, chopper.
To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Waiting.
Hey, man.
1-3-57.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Check the backer. He's gone.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Wild 53 to Mike, 53.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, 59, ready. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Slam.
Hey, empty.
On play action, it's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wentz now to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
That's what I do.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Back man. Waiting. Choose it.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Great 57. Bring it to you.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
3 out. Lights 57's right.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Sunday.
You go tight.
Wait, son.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Waiting.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Wentz going to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Be ready.
5-9.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Pernell McPhee with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. And the kick by Elliott is good. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
53 is the mic.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go, D.
They toss to Ingram, shedding through the defense. And some room to roam now. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Get that quarterback at all costs.
47's the mic.
Third and goal. Jackson on the move to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on fourth down.
Mike 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch that green. Safety screaming.
Hey, Ford Tokyo. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing his Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Great coverage there holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Don't get nervous.
This time Jackson will throw it. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But
and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Eagles 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 75 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on second half no matter what. Well, this first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
57. Mike.
Throwing now is Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
The throw by Wentz, caught by Jackson. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Matt Judon able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now Wentz. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I smell fear in that offense.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson on first down. It's complete to Snead. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and 10 at the
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
4 yards on the
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
46 down, man, 5-4. 57's mine. Hey, exit. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28.
First down, Philadelphia.
Two jet.
On first down, Wentz steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. No gain, and it's second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Howard all alone in the backfield on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. On third and goal, Howard. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it's Jackson. And he's caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Good. 180. Check back 47. Hey, let's get that ball, team. Let's get that ball.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Hunt, and an alley to run. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 71 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Chubb on the counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the red zone now, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. These two teams all tied after one.
Go. Waiting.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Running with Howard. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard taking it in. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Following the penalty, Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Brought down by Nate Gary.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They run, Chubb, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be fourth down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now Mayfield on fourth down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield dancing to his left. He's going to take. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Running the jet sweep, Landry, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 82. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now wins. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing his Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's get off the field. Off the field, D. 58, boy. 58, Mike.
Man 5-7.
They're running it.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. his second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 60 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. To throw is Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Let's go, great. 81.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Chubb. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And again, it's Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40 and cuts out right sideline. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Now Chubb fighting it off, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there, and he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but